Yeah, man, big title for a big album. I think this album is definitely gonna take the music to the next level. I wanted to kind of push some envelopes, you know, like the big fat ones that come from FedEx. We kind of wanted to create a huge sound for this album to kind of give the feeling of what I've been experiencing with my success overseas and kind of bring that whole energy here to the States, like domestically. And lately, I noticed, like, as my career is building as an, you know, R&B hip hop artist, I started going into, you know, the pop, rhythmic, dance realm and just slowly, you know what I mean? So I think this album has a mixture and a blend of all those sounds put together, but it's like this feel that we pretty much created for this record. Yep, first single is Angel, produced by David Guetta and myself and Giorgio. This record is pretty much one of those, it's just a feel-good record, you know, feel-good party record, one of those records where you just feel incredible in the club, but like lyrically, the content is more about just the most beautiful sight ever, you know, but more so dedicated to from a male's, you know, point of view when I'm singing it actually. But I mean, it's one of those records where anyone pretty much can relate to whatever their angel is, you know, at that moment. Yeah, absolutely, man. David Guetta is a great friend of mine. I've been knowing him forever. You know, of course, he's been in the scene for a long, long time as a DJ. But of course, we used to always cross paths and say that we're gonna get together and really do something big. But we met for the first time at the World Music Awards, and we said to ourselves, "Yo, well, I don't care what happens, we got to make this thing work out." And for 2-3 years passed, and we still hadn't done anything. And then we met again at a festival in Europe and the UK, and both of us was actually due to leave that night. We literally canceled our flights and went in the studio and came up with Sexy Chick. And then after that, it was like, okay, we gotta make sure this stays, you know, intact, like this relationship, and, you know, we gotta keep doing more things together. And after that, we just created this formation with me, him, and Giorgio, and been producing for other people. I've worked on his album, he's worked on mine, and we just been creating just magic. Well, that's incredible. I'm excited about that, you know, this Victoria's Secret launch. The Angel record is actually, you know, chosen to be the face for it, and it's been like, I mean, it's nothing better than singing in front of some beautiful women that has secrets. So we'll be performing live, and also I'll be doing some campaigns with Victoria's Secret as well, so I mean, it's an incredible opportunity for me. Absolutely, there's one that really stands all the way out. That's the collaboration I did with Michael Jackson. I was actually doing some production work and writing for his new album. Hopefully it'll get released. We do have a Hold My Hand record that's going to be releasing on one of the packages that he has coming out as well too, which is an unreleased record. I mean, amazing. But just working with him, period, was like the biggest honor of my career. I think that was like the heights of my collaborations. I don't think it gets any higher than that. But that was an amazing experience, man, working with MJ. I mean, I was surprised of how hip he was when I first met him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get this big persona of Mike, you know, being closed in the closet and, you know, really alienates himself from the rest of the world. But, like, you couldn't tell that from hanging and meeting with him. Like he knows everything and pretty much everybody. Like, he's a fan, you know, as well as you're a fan of his. And it's the craziest thing because he's so in tune with what's going on out there. And mad funny, like, you couldn't keep a straight face around Mike. He's always making jokes and having clowning. So he was just one of the coolest people ever, and you wouldn't expect that personality coming from him, you know what I mean? Oh, man. I always believed that this girl would be the biggest thing ever. Just didn't think it would happen that fast. You know what I mean? Like, it was the most amazing thing because when we signed to Akon Live, it was like, okay, this is gonna be the biggest break because I can now show people that, you know, we're more than just urban-based label, you know, because at the time we had T-Pain, he was doing incredibly well with Kobe O'Donis and Carnal Official out of Canada, and she just took this label to a whole nother level, you know, and then to have some great partners like Troy and Vince, you know, it's just been like, and then of course Jimmy Iovine is like, he understands all of that, like, he's like always been a great mentor for me, so it's been like, this has been the most incredible ride, and I learned so much just being a part of it, and then watching her from being who she was from the beginning and to what she is now in such a short period of time. I mean, it just shows anything can happen if you believe and work hard at it. You know what I mean? Actually, we was talking about that about 2 years ago, and all of a sudden we just all blew up. And I'm like, yo, where is everybody? Are we still doing this? But it was just something just that we was gonna do just for the fun of it, and just give it away to the fans. Like, it was something just fun to do and see where it goes. You know what I mean? So I'm sure those concepts will come back around eventually.